You know why I'm here. It's because of this. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold3 5G. Oh, this is Samsung's latest and greatest foldable, and it has every reason to be a great phone for just about anyone. It's priced just right at 6,699 ringgit. And when I say just right, I don't mean like it's cheap or anything. But compared to the Z Fold 2, which was almost 8,000 ringgit at launch, this is setting so much value for what you get as a third generation foldable from Samsung. So for starters, you have really compelling specs. You have a Snapdragon 888 processor coupled with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs or 512 gigs of internal memory space. And you have a set of new colors, Phantom Green, Phantom Black, Phantom Silver as compared to the Z Fold 2's Mystic Bronze and Mystic Black, which I really love the bronze. In terms of form factor, it's pretty much almost the same as the Z Fold 2, but of course this has more uniform shape as well as more rounded edges, as in, the camera module as compared to the more rounded square of the Z Fold 2. I know I'm going to be comparing this a lot to the Z Fold 2, and you can't blame me. There's no other foldables that are readily available in the Malaysian market. And the design jump is not as big from the Z Fold 2, but from the Z Fold 1, my goodness, the difference is really night and day. And when I first held this, I was like, okay, it's another foldable, it should be relative to the Z Fold 2 when I first experienced it, but even just the, movement between opening and closing felt a lot different. I feel like the hinge is more confident now and more smooth in, the mechanism. And of course, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the crease is still there. You can't really see it on the camera now, but I ain't gonna lie, the crease is still there, and I'm not too sure whether it's even just a little bit better compared to the Z Fold 2 crease-wise. And you see that triple camera setup right there. The triple camera setup is identical to the Z Fold 2's with triple 12 megapixel cameras, ultra wide, wide, and telephoto. How similar are they? Well, I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna have to review it later on and let you guys know what I think. You have that 10 megapixel front-facing camera down in front, as well as the most unique wildcard I've yet to see. So here, supposedly, is the 4 megapixel under display camera. So you get the full 7.6 inch screen real estate up to 1200 nits. You're not gonna go that bright, trust me. Okay, so the displays are pretty much almost similar, between the 2 and the 3. The front is still an HD plus resolution, but you can go all the way up to 120 Hz. And it's got a dynamic AMOLED as compared to a Super AMOLED on the Z Fold 2. And of course, the most important bit is the main screen, which is a QXGA Plus display that goes all the way up to 120 Hz. So to keep this short and simple, both the front screen and the main screen have 120 Hz of refresh rate. I mean, what's the real benefit from there? I mean, using it from the front, it's gonna be a lot faster, yeah, but are we gonna play games on this? Not really. But I guess something had to be improved anyway, otherwise the value proposition might just be just a little weaker. And of course, the Infinity Flex display. So basically, being able to use everything like this. And on certain apps, when you fold it this way, this becomes a touchpad and you'll be able to use this part of the screen to view. It's gonna be like a mini laptop. I mean, it is kind of like a mini laptop with the whole DeX and everything, connecting it wirelessly to another display. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this jump, even from the 2. But there's just things that had to be compromised. Like for example, that under display camera is pretty interesting, but it's reduced to 4 megapixels and I don't honestly think it's going to be really usable. It now has a 4400 milliamp battery. I'm not too sure until I fully review this thing how good is that battery life at such a kind of small capacity these days. I mean, Between 4,000 to 5,000 should be the mean average now for smartphones of 2020 to 2021. And yeah, now finally, S Pen support. I don't have an S Pen with me, but I'm glad to know that, it supports the S Pen. I mean, are we really going to say goodbye to the Note series? I'm not too sure, but knowing that you can just use the two new S Pens that Samsung had just released in tandem with this and the Flip 3 is pretty good news. And it's an option. You don't have to, force yourself to buy a ridiculous bundle. You can buy it whenever you want, and that's something few consumers, I think, would appreciate. This Phantom Silver Galaxy Z Fold3 5G, I think it's pretty cool. It's got pretty compelling specs. The price is okay, like I said. Thank you guys for watching my first impressions. I'm loving this. I will be doing the full review really soon. I'm Zen the Geek. Huh!